Hello and welcome to the sewing studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make these little coasters, or it could be a little charm for the base of your wine glass. Now these have been around for a little while, but today I'm just going to show you how to make a slightly smaller one. So with barbecue season on the way and you've got your glass of wine or your glass of Prosecco, you might forget which one is yours. Mine will always be the one that's got the least in it. However, you can make these lovely little pockets. So it acts as a coaster for your glass. And if you do them in different colours, everyone will know whose glass is whose. The other thing you could do is you could embroider someone's initial on it if it was for a special occasion, or imagine doing these as wedding favours. So how do we do them? So you need 5 squares of fabric. So the one I'm going to make here is the bigger coaster, and I'm going to demonstrate with a 5-inch square. But the one to go on the base of your wine glass was done with 4-inch squares. So you need 5 squares, and basically all you do is you choose which one is going to be the underneath. So because I've got 2 of these, I've made these out of scraps, I'm going to have that as my underneath. And then you press the other ones in half. So I'll show you how we do that. We just press them wrong sides together and press them all in half. And then you lay them on here. So raw edge to raw edge. So this is my raw edge here. So I'm going to lay that to the edge. And then I'm going to pick up the next one and do the same and just lay it on top, raw edge to raw edge. So my fold is coming into the middle. And then the next one, so you can see here, let me put it under that camera. So you can see here that I'm going over the fold. So now I'm going to do the same with that one, and I'm going over the fold. And then with the last one, I have to tuck it underneath one of them. So I'm just tucking it under there. So you can see, no, that's not how we do it. We do a quarter there, and then we tuck it under this one. So you can see that you've just got a 2.5-inch piece showing in each corner. So I'm just going to pop a couple of pins in there to hold that, and then I'm going to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew all the way around. So just make sure you've got it nicely lined up. Because you've got lots of layers of fabric, sometimes it's easier not to have it lined up. Then when you come to sew it, you've missed a little bit. So I'm telling you this because I've made that mistake myself. So just checking all the way round. And then I'm going over to the sewing machine and I'm just going to sew all the way round the edge using a 1/4 inch seam. So I'm just checking that I've caught all the edges in. And then what we do is we snip off the corners. And turn it all the way through. I'm just going to get my tweezers because I like the end of these tweezers for turning. And then we're going to give it a nice little press. Now, if you were using it as a coaster, you would top stitch all the way around like I've done on this one. You could even do some more stitching. So the more stitching you do, the more solid it becomes. But if you want to use it for your wine glass, as I've done with this slightly smaller one, then I haven't top stitched this one. You just pop your glass in because you've got this opening here like this. So you pop it in like that. So you can see this one's a bit bigger, this one's a little bit smaller. And there you've got a little mat which doubles as a coaster, or it doubles as a little charm to go on the end of your glass so you can say which one's yours. And as I say, you can do this using scraps. You could do them all the same colour and put a little embroidery on them so that everyone can tell which one's different. But there's lots of things that you can do to make these your own. So as always, have fun, and I look forward to seeing you next time here in the sewing studio.